Great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a video series that we're calling The Greatest Gifts. I'm Jamie Shibley, CEO of the Expressory, your relationship building concierge. And I'm here today with Rhonda Noordyk of the Women's Financial Wellness Center. Welcome, Rhonda. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. So, as I shared, we want to talk about a gift that you have received and maybe had some personal meaning, a fun story with it. So, why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
Yeah, so the story that stands out to me was actually a couple years ago. Isn't it interesting when you get that gift and even if it's years and years have gone by and you still feel emotional
Oh, I love
um,
this. Yes.
about the gift. So the gift was actually a Christmas gift that I got from a colleague. And the reason that it was so powerful was because the guy that gave it to me was essentially my boss. He had been in the Marines and served in Desert Storm. And there was a situation that had happened earlier in the year, which honestly was one of the most challenging career things that I had ever gone through and had so much stress. And it was just really, it challenged every part of me. And so at the end of the year, the gift that I got from him was a framed Marine patch
Oh,
as a just a way for him to honor the bravery and the courage that I had in a few of those meetings. And he played a really important role behind the scenes, coaching me and saying, you're going to show up at the table with the firing squad and you're not going to cry. And it's a little emotional there.
yeah.
And so, yeah, so that
Wow.
to this day is probably I was so shocked and so surprised, and it was so meaningful and yet so simple, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And you
You
still
know,
have it. You
I
still have
still
it
have it.
out.
Yeah.
And that's so cool. See, so the whole shared experience. So it has a couple different things in here. It has the shared experience because it reflects on what you went through, and he acknowledges that, right? And then it also has that almost like a goal and a milestone for you, that reminder of this is the bar I'm setting.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I think for me too, I am a very patriotic person. I love the US. I'm so grateful for all the men and women who serve in the military, and I have high regard and respect for them. And so to get a gift like that, I honestly was speechless.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I can't imagine. How touching. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And those are like defining moments for us. Like, listen how clearly you can describe that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's probably one of the, it took me a long time to even be able to share that story without crying.
Oh,
Because it was but over time, you're at least able to share
yeah.
the story without tearing up. But yeah, it
That's
was
so
pretty powerful.
sweet. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, okay. I do have one more question we'll get to, but before that, why don't you share a little bit about you and the Women's Financial Wellness Center and what you do?
Yeah. So I am the CEO of the Women's Financial Wellness Center, and we essentially work with women that are contemplating or going through divorce, helping them navigate through the process and ask the right questions and have peace of mind through a really challenging time. So I am a certified divorce financial analyst, which basically means that I can help dive deeper in the numbers and really create a strategy that allows them to be able to walk away with the best possible outcome. And then I also have the opportunity to be an expert witness in the courtroom, should I be asked to do that. So it's exciting and nerve-wracking all at the same time.
But I hear so many great stories of from people who have worked with you about just the wonderful guidance you give. So thanks for being that advocate and the person to really help women through this. It's
Yeah,
a wonderful thing you do.
thank you.
Great. Okay, so before we go, just top of mind kind of question. What is the most recent surprise you've received in the mail? Something fun?
Ooh, gosh, let's see. So I received a card from my good friend Jennifer.
Oh,
And it was a really cool card because, and it wasn't just to me. I think that was what the surprise was. Like, it was to me and my family, and it was, hey, I hope you got happy spring, happy Easter. But when
oh.
you opened up the card, there was a tree in there.
The pop-up?
The pop-up
Yeah,
card.
that
And
was
I was
cool.
like, it was so unexpected. And I think part of it too was it was right around the time of my birthday. And so,
Yeah,
yeah, you get cards and stuff like that, which is awesome. And I love those. But this one was different because she's not somebody who normally sends cards. And I usually see her often enough that if she was going to give me a card, which
yeah,
she would hand it to me.
yeah, yeah. That was so cool, right? Because you went through your birthday and this quarantine stuff, and but the things that are showing up in the mail, especially now, are really having an impact
Yeah.
for a lot of us. So
Yeah. And
that's cool.
too, like the extra effort that it takes to like hunt down a stamp. I mean, it's like I have an extra appreciation for those things, which is why I hire you to do all my other cards.
Oh, I love it. It's so funny. Yes, I always have the stamps on hand.
It's really a big deal. I'm like, oh my gosh, can we just get a stamp on this thing and get it out of here?
Well, then you got to
Oh,
find the pen and you got to figure out what to write, and it's a thing, right?
it's totally a
Oh,
thing.
so funny.
Uh,
Well, thank you for taking some time to share. I hope that for our listeners, it inspired maybe some other meaningful gift ideas. If you want some more of these conversations, follow our YouTube channel at the Expressory. And if you want to take it a step further and you need some help brainstorming, you can always find us at info@theexpressory.com, and we're happy to do some fun brainstorming. So thank you all,
awesome.
and we'll see you again soon.
Thank
Thanks.
you.